Hello and welcome to Whisky Wins with me, Stuart. Today I'm going to go through top 5 best whisky glasses. These are obviously my own opinion and the glasses that I just have in my collection. If you like the content, please do subscribe. If you've got any feedback, do leave it in the comments and hit the like or the dislike button if you don't like the video. So we'll start with we'll go from 5 to 1 like usual, so we'll start with my kind of least favourite glass to use, although it's still in my top 5. So that is the small kind of Glencairn. I believe it might be called a perfect dram or a wee dram. It's pretty much just a small Glencairn. It's got a heavy bottom, quite a heavy bottom, and it's shaped similarly to the Glencairn. I'll just grab the Glencairn to show comparison. So it just looks like a squash or a baby Glencairn. It's good for nosing. Not as good as the Glencairn, unfortunately, because it's quite shorter, it's quite stumpier. The body itself doesn't hold the whisky as well as the Glencairn, because the Glencairn has a bigger kind of bowl. This is a lot shorter bowl, as everything's a lot stumpier, but it's still good. It still does the job, and it's still good to hold in the hand, easy enough to hold in the hand. How does it taste? Yep, still tastes fine. So this is at number 5, the perfect dram, we'll call it. At number 4 is, for me, a kind of typical sniffing, or I'm not sure if we would call this a capita, or just a typical sniffing glass. Mainly used by kind of blenders, master blenders, to get those notes in the nose, and it's quite, it's predominantly aimed for nosing a whisky rather than tasting. You can still taste the whisky and it's still a superb glass to use, but it's mainly kind of pointed at for the nose. Or I'm trying to think of a word, I can't think of the word. Mainly designed or kind of marketed for the nose. So quite an elegant looking glass as well, like a kind of wine glass, a tulip almost, and it does definitely aim everything towards the nose the way of the design. Can't really heat this one up unless you hold it at the base, but I tend to just hold it by the stem. And that allows me to kind of swirl it round as well. So number 4 is this nosing glass. And it still tastes fine. At number 3 for me is this style of glass. I'm not sure exactly what they call this glass. It's almost capita, but it's not. I don't know if they do call it capita or not. I should have looked this up beforehand, but it's quite hard to find this glass. I got it at Ben Nevis Distillery, and I bought one for me and for my girlfriend's dad. Once again, I like holding it by the stem. Very elegant looking glass. The nose on it's brilliant. You can get a good nose from it due to the long snout, and you've also got this big bowl here for the tasting where the whisky is kind of held in. So not a lot of vapour is escaping, and the way it directs, it just goes right to your nose. So a well designed glass, and I think it looks quite elegant and fancy. And for the taste, nice and tasty, but for some reason it was hard to get the full contents out. I'm not sure if it's just by the way it's designed, I couldn't get it past the bowl. So that's a bit better. So that was at number 3. At number 2 is the Glencairn glass. This was gifted to me by Roy, Aquavitae, and it's got his little logo on there. A little bit squint, but I think that's a nice touch. It makes it look a bit more personal, a bit more kind of homely. So yeah, the Glencairn has to be in my top 5 because it's such a kind of staple of whisky drinking. However, I do tend to go for the kind of more nosing glasses because I sometimes struggle with nosing, and the Glencairn isn't exactly the how would you say, the superior glass for nosing. I would say it's an all-rounder glass, the Glencairn. So it's good for nosing, it's excellent for tasting, and it's great to hold, it's sturdy. You're going to struggle to kind of knock it over or smash it really. I've never actually smashed the Glencairn, touch wood. However, I have smashed the whiskies that have like stems. They're a lot more susceptible to smashing. So yeah, it's good for nosing, good for tasting, an all-rounder glass. And does the whiskey taste any different? Nope, still tastes good in the Glencairn as well. Tastes about the same in every single one. So at number 2 is the Glencairn. And at number 1 is once again, I don't know what this glass is called. I really should have done my research. I'd say this is a tulip. It looks more like a tulip compared to the kind of sherry nosing. You can see the kind of difference there. Obviously this is round all the way round all the way round, whereas the other glass has a little curve and comes up to a more kind of point, a little straight edge. This one for me is perfect for nosing, perfect for tasting, and great to hold again. An elegant glass, and it looks nice just sitting. But for me, it's just an all-rounder, brilliant kind of whiskey glass, and I definitely choose this over the Glencairn. I think it's a lot superior, and I got this from the Cadenhead warehouse tasting. Yeah, I think with the bowl and the way it's designed, it just gives you a lot more centralised notes for your nose, and also on the palate, the body's held quite well. And once again, if you want to warm it, you just hold it by the bowl of the glass. So let's see how it tastes. Yeah, probably the best one. So that was my top 5 glasses in my collection, in my opinion, that are the best for whiskey tasting, whiskey nosing. I'd love to hear if you've got any different views or different opinions, or if you've tried any of these glasses or some that you haven't tried, and if you think glasses actually matter. Does it really matter what you're drinking out of? Because next week I'll be doing top 5 glasses not to drink out of, or not to try whiskey out of. Once again, I've been Stuart, this has been Whisky Whims. I'll see you later.